Hello everybody, and today I'm going to be playing the Hot Wheels Unleashed 2 Turbocharged, but this time doing the DLC.
It's been a while since we did a Hot Wheels video.
Yep.
I know, wasn't that one of the first things that we started? We started doing... It was Hot Wheels build, right?
Yes.
Of the custom cars.
Yeah.
And now we're playing Hot Wheels. Hooray!
Because I waited to do this one.
Okay, what's special about this DLC?
The Acceleradrone.
So is the game based on the show, Hot Wheels Acceleracers, or is it its own thing, or what, brother?
Yes, but also we got this was fans' request that they wanted, and we're going to check it out.
You know, I like the fact that, okay, I know none of us drive yet. That's embarrassing to say.
Yeah.
But I did learn things from the Hot Wheels Accelerator show.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that it's pretty awesome to mod your car and not to drive really fast in the rain.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead and get started. Hot Wheels Accelerator. No. You want to know what's my favorite theme song?
What?
Are you ready for a race of a lifetime? Hot Wheels it's
Oh, the
set
opening.
to roll. Yeah. That's always been my favorite
yeah.
Hot Wheels music. We are Tempo of Speed. Your moment has come. What's it?
Hone your skills and your reflexes to earn the trust of the Teku and Metal Maniacs.
Oh my gosh, doesn't that bring back memories?
Yep. Okay, new beginning.
Ooh, what car are you gonna pick?
This one right now because I don't have enough upgrades for the other cars.
So, were you Team Teku or Team Maniacs?
I don't know, I liked all of them.
I know. I mean, because the Tekus are more about style and they're Japanese racers, right?
Yeah.
I never realized until, what was it? I think it was the DVD that gave you the information on the cars.
Yep.
But I had no idea that the Teku were, you know, Japanese racers.
Yep.
And then the Metal Maniacs, weren't they more like the scrap racers? Kind of like Mad Max?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah, there you go.
Just that they don't have Jackhammer. It's the name of
Yeah, I know. It's been a while. It's been a while, brother. I mean, I remember us watching the movies. Wait a minute. Was it on Cartoon Network first?
Well, here's the complicated thing. It was on Cartoon Network, and yes, they did add some episodes that you had to catch on a particular day in order to follow up on the next movie.
Wait, were they movies or was it shows?
It was like mini episodes that follow up to the next movie. Yeah.
I remember, yeah.
I
remember more of the movies, like how Kurt first got his license.
Well, no, it was Vert.
Vert.
Yeah.
You see, I forgot his name.
Yeah.
Kurt. Who the heck names their kid Vert?
I don't know. Okay.
Oh, nice.
Boy.
I said this before, but if I could have any car, I would like to have Elvira's car. Or Blitzel's van.
Yep.
Or Blitzel's van from Hell of a Boss.
It's been a while.
I know, you gotta get back into the groove. Like me, I'm not good at racing games. I don't know. I've never been good at racing games. Because one of the very first racing game I remember playing was Diddy Kong Racing for the Nintendo 64. But even I wasn't good at that game.
Okay, kind of messed up.
It happens. What was it? And then I didn't realize it until I did a replay in middle school that all of the main bosses for Diddy Kong Racing, they all cheated.
Oh yeah.
But the only boss I ever remember challenging was the... What was it? The Triceratops.
Yeah.
That was the only one I remember racing. I remember Dad beat the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
And then at the end, you fought Wiz, right? Wiz Pig. And now there's like a freaking cheat code where you just go straight to the boss. Like, what the heck, man?
I never knew that.
Yeah, I never knew that either until a friend of mine, I went over to her house and she was like, hey, you want me to show you the cheat code? And I didn't realize it was a thing. But I remember back then, what was it? Back then when we had video games, we didn't have the book. Well, that was in the 2000s, right? When they had when we had the book. But I mean, like back then for games,
Sometimes you have to use a game genie.
yeah, or the Game Genie. But I remember back then in the Nintendo 64 days, um, I believe they showed some cheat codes in the magazines, right, back in the day.
Yeah.
But that's if you had money to buy the magazines and such. But yeah, we had to figure things out. And I remember back then, if you knew a cheat code, you just tell your friend, and they tell a friend, etc.
Yep.
But thing is, we didn't know a lot of we didn't know a lot of people that were like, like that knew all the cheat codes, so we did everything ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember in 2000s, I'm gonna use Jak and Dexter as an example. When Jak and Dexter came out, and Dad was so obsessed with the game that he actually got the game book.
Mm-hmm.
Remember how the book? I don't even remember. I remember looking at the pictures because I don't want to read. But what did the books really have?
I know, it tells you on how to do stuff. If only we had one of them still intact.
Well, interesting thing you should say that. One time my roommate had to go through his stuff, and he was like, "Hey, Tiff, can you help me?" And I was like, "Yeah, dude, sure. Well, what's up?" And we were going through his stuff. So he had this dude had a big container, not a box, one of those big plastic containers, the biggest one you could freaking think of, clear. He had nothing but game magazines. I was like, dude, what the hell? This guy had the freaking magazines, the book itself, of a lot of Pokemon games.
Oh,
you know?
really? Yeah.
Yeah. And he had bookmarks on it, and he like folded in the corners. I was like, dude, what the heck? And he goes, Tiff, I told you I was really into Pokemon, I studied it and everything, which is kind of funny because I was into Pokemon too as a kid, but I just rolled with it. I didn't study or strategize.
Yep.
I just rolled with it. But yeah, but that's when I found out, wow, this dude was really into Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember back in the day, I believe it was our first or second year that we were roommates, and I still don't know how to drive.
Mm-hmm.
I would take the bus everywhere,
Yeah.
I would get dropped off at work in the morning by Dad, and then I'll take the bus home. But I'll get bored on the bus, I mean, yeah, I had a phone, and I had, like, headphones, but I didn't want to kill the battery, I need to make sure I had enough juice, because I used the phone to find the bus route and such,
Yep.
So my roommate lended me a Pokemon game. I don't remember which one. Hey, are those the cars that you want, or are those the cars that are
racing against me? Yeah.
So I would have the DS, and I'll play it on the bus. I'll play the DS on the bus, and I would, play Pokemon on the bus like a freaking nerd.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah, those were the days. I mean,
Ooh, a diamond!
Ooh, a diamond in
Ultimate
rock.
race. When a quick race in the accelerate to unlock. Wow.
Oh, nice. Now the only Pokemon games I play is for the the mod for the Switch and Pokemon puzzles.
Let's see what I have enough to get.
I'm not gonna lie, I actually do have some Hot Wheels cars in storage, but they're Star Wars. I have Anakin Skywalker, and I also have Ahsoka Tano from Star Wars: The Clone Wars. Those were the only cars that I have. I mean, I had no idea. Everybody knows, like, nowadays there's like a collectors for everything.
Yeah.
I saw a video about Hot Wheels collector cars, and I was like, wow, I didn't know there was such a market for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Street Creeper.
Oh yeah, they even released a mystery machine, right?
Yeah.
Is that a Spooter?
Yep.
It's a Spooter! My Spooter. Wait, so can you use those cars in the game?
Yes.
Why don't you?
Again, upgrades. Okay, since I updated the thing, let's see what they got. But I gotta get more coins. Let's see here. Already own. Let's see here. Preview. This one's called the... I can't even pronounce that.
Oh, where's the name? Oh, there it is. Soul Air CX4. Don't take my word for it. I mean, I'm just as bad as reading.
Power Pro.
Cyber Speeder. Spitting Image 2. Count what? Muscula? Count Muscula?
Weird.
Again, I'm terrible at reading, so I don't know.
Okay, time for the next one. Let's see here.
So how does this work? Each of those dots is a different race?
Yeah, different race, but sometimes some challenges too.
And you have to go all the way to the dome? How far is the dome?
I don't know.
Okay.
Remember, in the first movie, it's very hidden.
Well, I remember in like the first movie, that's the one where they have the racing teams, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I don't remember. Did he give him money, or did they already have?
No, they
teams?
gave him. No, they gave. Well, the winner receives money.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I just like the fact that, you know, every racer is different, and the team has their own personality, and I like the fact that even though Kurt was the Vert. Why do I keep calling him Kurt? Who's Kurt in the movie?
Kurt Wilde.
Oh yeah, I
Street breed.
forgot. Yeah. Yeah, when Vert won, he just gave his money to a guy, right?
Yeah, Kadeem.
Yeah, what did he need the money for again?
For water for his village.
Why do they always have that one character? I mean, I'm not saying it's bad, because remember Dragon Ball? When that monk was in the tournament, and the reason why he was in the tournament, just so he could get water for his village?
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, it's one of these doors.
I mean, I remember you liked Hot Wheels. I remember you had a... What was it called? It was a big toy wheel, right? Where you put all your toys.
Yeah.
The only Hot Wheel toy I had was the Grey Digger. Because Grey Digger's awesome. Oh, well, I guess I could talk about that. So as a kid, I loved Grey Digger because when me and my brother were kids, I don't remember if our sisters were there. I don't know. Anyways, because when we were kids, Dad took us to go see the monster truck. It was a monster truck.
Monster Jam.
Yeah, Monster Jam, yeah. Yeah, it took us to go see Monster Jam, and we were like kids, so to us it was really cool to see monster trucks, you know, go. But when we got there, because I wasn't familiar with the vehicles, you know?
Yeah.
All I remember was it was a dog. Was Spider-Man one of the cars?
Yeah, Spider-Man. Yes, the Spider-Man monster truck was one of them.
Yeah, Spider-Man, a dog, and I don't remember anything else. But the one thing that I would always remember forever is when I first saw Grey Digger. I thought it was cool. I mean, me growing up watching horror movies and I see a skull and crossbone in a grave, you know I'm gonna like it.
Yep.
But it wasn't just the name and the design that really got me to like Grey Digger, but the thing that really got me to like him as a kid was that, remember when the cars were doing their flips?
Yeah.
Right? Yeah. But with the Grey Digger car, at first I thought it was the car that drove by itself.
Yeah.
You know, as a kid, because you didn't know better. So when Grey Digger went to go do like his flip, instead of doing one, this freaking car did 2.5 and it landed straight. Remember that?
Yeah.
It landed straight on the freaking top, and people were like, "Oh!" I remember the crowd, like, you know, you hear everybody going, "Oh!" And then people were like freaking out what was going on. But, and to me, this is the most badass thing I freaking seen as a kid, that the driver gets out of the freaking car through the window and he freaking stands up and raises his hand, you know?
Yeah.
And everybody went crazy for that. And I guess at that moment is when I became a Grey Digger fan.
Oh, great. Another time attack.
Did you think the monster cars were just like big Hot Wheel cars?
Well, yeah. That's what everybody thought at first. Because Hot Wheels always sponsored monster trucks.
Oh, yeah, they did. They even had a lot of, you know, promotional material.
Yep.
You want to know what's the one thing I really do like? I mean, I know I'm not like a car enthusiast or obsessed with cars. The one thing I really do like to see is like the old-fashioned cars.
Oh yeah.
You know, seeing them out on the streets and like, you know, everybody will stop and look at them. Even now as an adult, every time I see those cars, I automatically think, hey, look, it's a Hot Wheels car.
Yeah.
You know, like, what was it? I think one of our cousins, one of our cousins were telling me that they like to go check out car shows, you know, where people show off their cars, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And people will bring their kids, or heck, you even see bikers there too with their motorcycles, you know, on the upgrades that they put. He was saying that this old man showed up with his car, right? Because he heard it was a car show, and obviously these are free, you know? Like anybody could bring their car and present it. But the thing that I thought was really cool about it was that he was saying that this old man, like, he's not old.
Another diamond?
Oh, wow.
Speed of silence, win 3. Okay.
And he was telling me that this old man, he looked in his, he was like 70, in his 70s or mid 80s. This guy shows up with, I don't remember the kind of car it was, but it was like, you know, cars, right? The Hudson Hornet.
Yeah.
He showed up in that car to this car show, and he saw a bunch of, like, you know, like newer cars, like the Mustangs and such, you know, and he kind of felt, you know, he kind of felt intimidated, you know, because he brought an old-fashioned car to a car event where all the cars are much more newer. He kind of felt intimidated, but the moment he freaking showed up and parked his car, everybody went up to his car. They're like, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And it, like, made him feel good. Like, even, like, it made him feel good that young people were interested in the classics. You know what I mean? They're asking him all of these questions. Like, he became, like, the main attraction of that car show. You know? And it made him feel good. So now what he does is he has a whole lot of cars, you know, and he's already retired. You know, he's retired. He has money. So what he does now is that he'll take a few of his cars to these car shows. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ooh, crazy.
Lightning dash, increase acceleration but reduce charge gain.
Keep in mind, if you make the car go fast, and you're gonna have way trouble turning.
Yeah.
Or when you turn, you're just to slow down.
Acceleration. Yeah, let's see here. Increase boost charge while exploring what decreases the speed while driving in a.
So how many upgrades can you get per vehicle? Or are you trying to unlock all of them, or there's only
Trying.
ones you can have?
Trying. Let's see, but sometimes you gotta read. Curious armor. The vehicle is immune to ghosts, holographic barriers, ice pools, and bat attacks. Obstacle. This vehicle is immune to barriers. Okay, this one I do need.
What's gonna be your ultimate move? Or your ultimate attack?
Well, let's see here. Wish there's immunity to that spider web. I hate that blue spider.
Sorry, you said spider web. I think of Sorry, I just think of Husker Dust comic. I'm not gonna go into detail, but pretty much Husk gets spiderweb on his face. Oh my gosh. I swear the Husker Dust shipping's like crazy right now. I just like to see all the art. So it won't let you like zoom out just so you can see where the dome's at, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Hold up. Okay, now I remember it's in here because Dr. Peter Tesla designed it to be hidden.
Doctor who?
Dr. Peter Tesla, the one that designs the cars and then the round.
Tesla sounds like, well, besides the car, it kind of sounds like Tesma. You know Dr. Tenma?
Yeah.
You remember who Tenma is, right?
Yeah, Astro Boy.
Okay, yeah, Astro Boy's father.
Okay, let's see. What's this next event?
There's a skull on it. Maybe something scary.
Let's see. Midway upon the journey of our life, I can see the end. Let's see here. Requirement. Reach first place. Oh, it's one of those. You have to be in first place.
So hard and got so far.
It's one of those things where you have
But
to.
in the end, it doesn't even matter. No, I'm just fucking around. Elimination.
Yep,
Elimination.
you gotta be ahead of your opponents so they could be eliminated.
You gotta be faster than fast, quicker than quick.
Mhm.
You are lightning.
Come on.
3, 2, 1, go! You know, I can never be one of those announcers, you know what I mean?
Mhm.
Like, here we are going to first place and then we're going to go once again. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As a kid, I always thought they just go blah, 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 blah. But then again, I realized, you know what? They just talk so fast it sounds like they're saying blah, blah, blah.
Mhm.
You got this. You got
Yeah.
this. They call me Sonic. Wait a minute, you can jump?
Yeah, but it wastes up your boost. That's the thing I don't like about this jumping.
I'm not that familiar with Hot Wheel cars. Ah, that was a close one.
Yeah.
Okay. Look, see, you and Stranger are pretty good at racing games. I suck at them. Because every time we play a racing game, like, what was it last time we played the new Mario Kart? Or, yeah, we played the newest Mario Kart and I was Donkey Kong. But for some reason, every time I play a racing game, I think, you know what, we need nothing but speed. So then I freaking max out on speed on Donkey Kong's freaking vehicle. And then it turns out that I go really fast, but because I don't know how to turn or anything, or I'm not good at it, that I just slam. You can try again.
Yeah.
You got it. It happens. But it's a new track, right?
Yeah, new track, but again, I just don't like this jumping.
I mean, well, I'm gonna tell you what I tell everybody else. If you don't like it one way, you could always change it. I mean, that's what I learned when we had our Pokemon Stadium marathon.
Yeah.
How I always got my ass kicked by freaking Lieutenant Surge. And then once we added that Pokemon in there, I didn't know it was gonna make a big difference.
Yeah.
My roommate thanks you. Now he doesn't hear me freaking yelling in the middle of the freaking night. Going, damn it, Lieutenant Surge! Speaking of which, right now my roommate's playing Warhammer. I mean, for some reason, it's a trend thing. Now a bunch of Vtubers are getting into Warhammer.
Huh.
Yeah, it's a trend thing. Which, I don't kind of understand because I'm familiar with Warhammer because my roommate will play the videos, talk about Warhammer. There's this one YouTube freaking channel that he'll put on. Depthless Ridiculous, I think that's what it's called. Where they talk about nothing but Warhammer. But it's not my cup of tea, so every time he plays it and I hear that music, I just go, good night. Oh my gosh.
10 players left.
Ooh, so how's your Valentine's Day? I forgot to ask you.
It is, come on!
I think I know your problem. You're accelerating too much. Try doing it once.
Okay. As for my Valentine's, I did absolutely nothing but eat chocolate.
You ate chocolate. So did I, because normally I don't do anything on Valentine's, because, you know, it's Valentine's. What is there to freaking do? You know, so what I did is I got my roommate just a chocolate Hershey's heart. Just one thing. You know, a chocolate Hershey's heart, because I always get him something, because you know me, I'm too freaking nice.
Yeah.
You know, I'm too nice. So I got him like a Hershey's, like a medium-sized big Hershey's heart, because Hershey's his favorite chocolate. And he felt bad. He felt freaking bad. So what he did was that we had to go to Walmart to get some stuff, you know?
Yeah.
And he goes, I feel bad I didn't get you anything, so you could grab whatever you want. So I got chocolate, and he got me some Pokemon cards. And I was like, Pokemon cards. The best gift you could ever give your roommate, Pokemon cards. Right?
Yeah, well, at least we're almost through the month.
Oh, don't remind me. Well, besides work being busy, me and my boss, well, not my boss. Fuck it, I would just say her name. Me and Jill are planning for our next art show that we're doing. So we're making product. Now we have a scheduled show, but all the shows that we do are all Halloween themed, which is I have no problem with it. I have no problem doing Halloween themed shows, you know?
Yeah.
I just had her brothers like, why are they all Halloween? So I don't know how she did it, but Joe is checking. She's gonna try to get us a booth at PokeFest.
Okay.
That's gonna be fun.
Yep.
At PokeFest.
Hmm.
And we're like, oh my gosh, if we could get PokeFest, this is gonna be our very first convention. You know, like real convention, not an art show, but convention. But we're just, you know, making product to see what's going on, because right now we're scheduled to do a Halloween event, like, you know, a Halloween art show. And I believe that's gonna be like close to the end of May. But what was it? Oh, I saw that she started making gummy pins.
Oh yeah.
That confused everybody. We're like, gummy pins? What? But it's scary how realistic those things look.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, she was saying that a few of our family members tried to eat them because they thought they were real. Yeah, a lot of customers are getting them, so. But she said, don't worry, she's gonna put a label on them, like, do not eat.
Whoa, that was unexpected.
It happens.
Huh.
Oh, you won?
Yeah.
I told you! What did I tell you?
I heard that somebody was going to this small convention next month.
Small convention where?
I don't know, somewhere. That they only got a few voice actors.
I think Joe's gonna go to that with Novice. It's she was telling me about it. It's a small convention. This is only their third year, but she was telling me that Christina V's gonna be there. Verasica Mayday.
And of course the voice of Shantae as well.
And Ladybug.
And Mars, Sailor Mars.
Yeah, and Sailor Mars. Yeah, that Joe was telling me that she was gonna head over there with Novice and with Kova, and that she has she was telling me that she's she wants to get Christina V's autograph on a Verasica Mayday card, which I didn't even know they had cards. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, which I didn't even know they had cards. But apparently one of her brothers want her to sign their Funko Pop. Which I didn't even know Shantae had a Funko Pop.
Oh, those were really hard to get your hands on.
Yeah, one of her brothers have one. I mean, he has to work, so he asked her, can you please get this autograph? I was like, oh, that's nice of you. Oh, it kind of reminds me of the story that she was telling us. Remember when My Hero Academia was like the popular anime at the time?
Yeah.
Yeah, that apparently for her birthday, her sister got her Bakugo Funko Pop. You know? Her sister got it for her. She goes, here, maybe one day you'll get it signed.
Yeah.
You know? And then she went to a convention and the voice actor of Bakugo was there. But she could only get one free autograph, so she decided to get the voice actor of Bakugo, you know, but apparently he got annoyed because normally once people get Funko Pop's autograph, they normally get the box.
Yeah.
But Jill wanted the figurine signed, that way she could put it in the box. So she has a Funko Pop Bakugo with his face autograph.
Dude.
That's not weird at all.
Nope.
And we're like, okay, well, as long as you like it, that's all that matters. Not gonna lie, I haven't seen My Hero a lot. I've seen clips of My Hero Academia, but I really haven't seen it because I heard the fandom's really terrible.
Yeah, there's always those weirdos.
I'm just repeating on what I heard, guys. I'm just repeating on what I heard.
Of course, you're gonna have a bunch of weirdos in every fandom that takes it too far.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, the only fandoms I have ever been involved with was, of course, My Little Pony back in day, and now it's the Helliverse is what everybody's calling us. You know, has been a hell of a boss. But apparently now they're calling the has-been fans the has-beens?
Really?
I go, we're called the Helliverse.
That sounds more like an insult.
Right, has-beens. I think of that song. You're just a has-been. Can't wait for season 2.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did you hear about the merchandise?
You mean the merchandise which Amazon cannot really produce for some reason?
Well, no. Okay, so Shark Robot did their drop, right? And obviously, I pre-ordered my Vox shirt, and so from what I remember reading is that Shark Robot. I'm sorry about that, guys. My roommate needed me.
Yep.
It was for an emergency. He knocked on my brother's door. I'm sorry about that.
All because of tacos.
We're not gonna talk about the tacos. Anyways. So yeah, so Amazon said that they're gonna work on merchandise, but apparently they're going to it's basically still a work in progress.
Okay.
But I'm still gonna continue what I said. If I see any, I'm gonna be very disappointed if I see any Hazmattel merchandise at Walmart.
Oh,
That's just me.
Oh, I bought it because it was on sale and it looks cool.
I know. We already had this discussion. We're not gonna have it again, like the Domo incident.
Yeah, but you know how people are. Oh, I don't even watch the show, but yeah, I just
Oh,
bought this.
speaking of which, apparently now I'm considered the cool cousin. Because now all my adult cousins started watching Has Been Hotel, you know? Because I showed one of them Hell of a Boss thinking he was going to like it. And everybody's giving him credit going, oh yeah, cousin so-and-so showed me Hell of a Boss. And he showed us another one called Has Been. It's cool. Yeah, that happened. That actually happened this weekend. You know, one of my cousins had a birthday party. And I went to go check him out. And I was wearing my Angel Dust shirt.
Yeah.
You know, and she was like, yeah, cuz we saw Has Been Hotel. And I go, really? Serious, dude? I've been waiting 4 years for this show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I go, I have a bunch of stuff. And yeah, they saw my backpack. They went crazy. You know, and I became the coolest person at the party, even though it was our cousin's birthday. I became the coolest person because I have, like, not everything. Man, I wish I had everything. But I don't because I have, like, a lot of the pins, the fan pins, the Shark Robot shirts, the backpacks. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have, like, freaking a lot of stuff. But I was like the freaking, not the king, but I felt, okay, you know that Bugs Bunny freaking meme, the one where he's wearing a crown, a scepter?
Yeah.
That's how I felt. I felt like that. But instead, it's like my freaking, I would never do this, but it's like my Angel Dust shirt with all my pins, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
With all my pins. I was gonna say, you know what? No, I wouldn't see myself with the Alistair staff. Maybe with the Lucifer Apple staff. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I know.
All swagged up.
Yeah, I know. Have you heard that they want Has Been Hotel inside Fortnite?
Okay, here's the thing about that. Because of that emote that was in it, believe it or not, our little brother showed it to me. Like before it was on Twitter, he showed it to me, and I was like, huh. That's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Right, but here's the thing, though. That apparently a lot of people in Fortnite, I don't know who, started talking smack about Has Been.
Really?
You know, yeah, exactly. That's what brother was telling me, that they're talking a lot of smack about Has Been. And the thing when I was thinking about it, I almost cried. But the thing that kind of like not hurts, kind of like
Upset.
not upset, tugs my heartstring, is that he's hearing all these people talking shit about Has-Been, and he's like, even though he's not a fan of the show, he freaking defends it because he knows how much I like it. You know, I kind of, I'm not gonna lie, I felt like Charlie, you know, like at the end of the first episode when she goes, "Oh, you guys made a new commercial." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's how I felt. I was like, "Aw, he knows how much I love Has-Been, and he's defending me."
Yep.
Because back in the day, when you're like a kid, because I had two. Well, we have two older sisters, but they were mean.
Yeah.
You know, if I liked something, they would always hate it automatically. I don't know why. It was. I don't know the sibling logic to this, but if I liked the show, they would make fun of it. They would hate it. They would. I don't understand why, but that's how they were. Like, there was this show I liked watching. I don't remember the name of it, but it was some Disney show. And older sister was like, "Well, I need somebody to hate, so I'm gonna hate. So I'm gonna hate the actress that's in your show." So every time my show came off, they would always, like, you know, came on TV, they would always change it or turn it off, and I never liked that. Which is why growing up, even though I already told everybody I'm Team DC, but when you ended up liking Spider-Man, I didn't want to be mean. I was like, you know what, my brother likes Spider-Man. I'm not gonna shit on it the way older sister would always shit on stuff that I like. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And honestly, because of you, I started reading the Spider-Man comic books and start to get a better, you know, understanding. Yeah, exactly. Yep. Kind of get a better understanding. Because I like X-Men. I told everybody, I like X-Men. But when you started liking Spider-Man, I don't want to be rude and be like, "Oh, well, I need somebody to hate, so I'm going to hate Toby." What's his name? The guy that plays the Spider-Man?
Well,
the first one.
I forgot
Was
his
it Tobey
name.
Maguire?
No, but again, I kind of forgot the actor's
It's time for Google. Let's see here. Spider-Man. The first movie, 2002. Who is the actor? Tobey Maguire. Yeah, there you go. I was right. It's just like saying, okay, you like Spider-Man, and I go, you know what? I need to hate somebody, so I'm gonna hate Tobey Maguire. You know, that's how older sister was with me with that show, which I don't freaking remember the name of the show. You know, but I don't want to be like that. I mean, I understood you liked it, so I mean, I went with you to the freaking theaters to see all the freaking movies because it was always me and you and Dad. We saw the original Spider-Man cartoon series. You had the Spider-Man gummies.
Those gummies were good.
Yeah, those gummies were good. Oh yeah, those gummies were good. And your favorite theme song was the original Spider-Man theme song. Was it the 1981?
Yeah, because it was in the soundtrack as well.
Yeah, I remember the soundtrack.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I hear the song "Hero," I always think of Spider-Man.
Sung by Nickelback.
Of a hero. Oh yeah, that.
And that was the one song that won an award.
I remember that year, yeah, because we used to watch the movie awards, right?
Yeah.
I remember that. I freaking remember that because it was the movie awards that we. I don't want to say that, but the movie awards. But back when we used to watch it as kids, I remember that because it was going Best Kids Genre, Leo and Stitch, and it was the freaking Hawaiian roller coaster ride song. It was that song. A roller coaster ride, and then it showed Spider-Man, Nickelback, and then I don't remember what other movie it freaking had. But then I remember we freaking lost our shit because they were like, and the award goes to Spider-Man, and we're like, woo!
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
Okay, that was a long one, a long jump.
You use force jump. But yeah, so it did make me tear up knowing that my little brother was defending my honor. He was defending on what I liked, and that's what he hated when people started talking smack about Has-Been in Fortnite.
Yeah.
You know, because he knows how much I like it. So I thought it was really sweet of him defending me. And I go, he's defending my honor, along with everybody in the community, even though he doesn't like it as much as we do. I mean, I showed him clips of Has-Been.
Yeah.
I showed him clips. Like, one of the clips I showed him, he was laughing when I showed him the clip where freaking Angel takes him to the BDSM place.
Oh boy.
No bond is closer than those formed through bondage. Just says it right there. I just like how even though Charlie looks uncomfortable, she's still she's still giving positivity to Angel. I love the enthusiasm.
Oh boy.
But the part he laughed his ass off is when Maggie threw them off. They're having the heartfelt moment, and Angel, I blame you for this, you stupid bitch. And I told her, I'm not gonna lie, I would have done that to you and brother. I would have thrown y'all guys off.
Whew, that was a close one. That was.
Woo, you win.
That was close.
You want to know what I just thought of now that we're looking at cars and we're talking about Has-Been?
Yeah.
Have you ever seen that comic, the one where Alistair's in the front and Nifty's driving, and Husker's freaking the fuck out in the back seat? You know, have you seen that one? When
I
he's
think
freaking
so.
out and she's all driving and she can't even see.
Oh boy.
Oh my gosh.
Which reminds me, gotta eat my venison jerky.
Oh yeah, guys, I can't believe we have an important announcement to make. We actually got to finally taste venison. We went to the rodeo last weekend.
Yep.
We went to the rodeo for once. I dragged my roommate with me. I was like, come on, dude, let's go check it out. So we went to the rodeo, and me and my roommate got to this booth first, but we got to sample jerky. We got to eat bison, venison, rabbit, kangaroo, alligator, crocodile, I don't know the difference. Anyways, we got to try different kinds of jerky, and it was delicious. So we got 3 different kinds of jerkies, and then we got the 4th one for free, you know. But the gentleman, the guy, he was being so nice. He let us try each of everything, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And oh my gosh, it was so freaking good. And he was surprised that I could extinguish the smoky flavor of the jerky. And I told him, yeah, sir, my dad's a chef, so of course I'm gonna be familiar with taste. You know what I mean? But my roommate was being a gentleman. He was like, you know what, Tiff, I'll go ahead and buy these jerkies. He spent $72 on those jerkies, but it was freaking worth it. And then I brought Dad to that booth, and he gave Dad, a better deal. But it's fine, though.
Yeah.
And then my roommate really, really wanted a poncho that had a wolf on it. Yeah, he really wanted a poncho that had a wolf on it. I normally wouldn't spend a lot of money if you want something, but he really wanted it. It was like $75, almost $80 for that poncho. You know?
Okay.
And
yeah.
I was doing the math. Let's see here. 80. So with the same exact money, I could have gotten 16 Pokemon packages. So that's how I do my math. I go, let's see here. I could get, with the same exact money, I could get a poncho, or I could get this many Pokemon packages. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Oh, what an odd name.
Super Blitzen. But yeah, I told myself, you know what, he really wants it. He just spent $72 on jerky for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the same time, I don't get him a lot of stuff, so I bought him the poncho, and he really loves it. He wears it at the house. He wears it around the place. And
Yeah.
I was like, you know what? As long as he likes that poncho, that's all that matters. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
I go, that's all that matters. He loves it. He's wearing it. My chihuahua betrayed me. Started snuggling under it with him, and I was like, okay, you traitor. All right, going to my
Yeah.
roommate just to snuggle under a poncho.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, but he loved it though. That's all that matters. You know, because normally when I buy gifts or presents for people, as long as they like it, that's all that matters. I don't look at the price tag. I mean, I'm not gonna buy anybody a PS freaking 5. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
No, that's for me. I can buy anybody a PS5 unless if it's like an expensive present and I know the person's gonna appreciate it, then I would get it.
Yep. Finally found it. Baseline.
Baseline. Hey, isn't that
Shirako Takamoto.
No, not that. I was gonna say, isn't that DJ Pone 3's car?
Yeah.
You know, I always thought, what did her parents do for a living for her to have a car like that, or did she work to get that car?
I guess I'll be a thing that nobody knows. And I forgot to put my phone on silent. Let's see here.
So here's a question: how is it like in a bunch of well, not a bunch, like shows with teenagers? How is it that they all have jobs?
I know, right?
You know what I mean? Like in
Yeah.
My Little Pony Equestria Girls, you know, Applejack had a job. You know what I mean? They all had jobs except for Twilight. Anyways, but they all had jobs because they think about it. Applejack worked at like a smoothie, you know, booth. And then Pika Pie worked at a mod shop. Rainbow Dash worked at like a sports store, which, you know, does match her personality. And then Fluttershy didn't work, but she volunteered at animal shelter. Did Sunset Shimmer Sunset Shimmer worked at a sushi place. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They all had freaking jobs in the show, and I was like, what the heck? When we were teenagers, we didn't have jobs like that. We normally did like side gigs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what was it that we did? We did catering, right? Because of Dad.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did catering because of Dad. That was the side gig that we had. Was just catering, but everybody had legit jobs. There's the one thing I've learned, you know, working. As mean as this sounds, I really don't like working with teenagers because they're the ones that always call in. Yeah, you know.
Yep.
They're the one. Okay. Before everybody starts yelling at me in the comments, not all teenagers are bad. All right. There's some teenagers, you know, I try to educate them because, you know, because I remember when I first started working at a certain coffee shop that I cannot say the name of, I didn't know anything. You know, I had managers and other coworkers that would teach me, you know. So now that I'm in that position, you know, I try to teach teenagers. I try to, but a lot of them are, well, the teenagers nowadays are stubborn and lazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. Like, I worked a lot of jobs. Like, like this one job I actually worked, what was it? I think it was a Boys and Girls Club. Yeah, there you go. It was a Boys and Girls Club, so we do have a lot of kids that would come in, you know. And, the teenagers would always come in the summer. And, those were the ones that were, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I had to educate them and be like, okay, your job is to make sure everybody has fun, make sure the equipment gets put back, make sure the kids are playing by the rules, you know? And one of the games that we do offer to the kids that show up at the Boys and Girls Club is dodgeball. You know?
Yeah.
And, normally, like, the people that work there, we would, you know, judge a game. And I found out, and this freaked me out, I found out that kids nowadays don't play dodgeball in school anymore.
Because they might get hurt.
But the thing is, we grew up with dodgeball. If we got hurt, just walk it off. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If we got hurt, it's like, oh, walk it off. But the thing is, when we played dodgeball, it was freaking the rubber freaking hard balls, you know?
Yeah.
But because this was a Boys and Girls Club, we had softballs. We're talking about foam balls, you know, that the kind that you can throw it really hard, it won't hurt. you know?
Yeah.
And sometimes, if the kids really want to play, they would ask, the staff member, hey, can you coach a game? You know? And that's what the kids wanted to do one day. They asked this teenager, hey, can you coach a game? And they had no idea how to coach a game. And then they're asking around. Now, keep in mind that I'm the only adult. I wasn't the manager. The manager was doing paperwork. I was the only adult there. And they were asking me, hey, do you know how to play dodgeball? I go, of course I know how to play dodgeball. Oh, can you coach the game? Because we don't know how. And I go, what? And it was a real shocker. They're like, we never played dodgeball. I go, y'all never played dodgeball? Now, keep in mind, these kids are like 16 years old. 16 and 17. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They never played dodgeball. And I was like, y'all kids never played dodgeball? No. So then I had to coach the games, And I was telling the kids that actually really wanted to play, I told them, okay, guys, I go by middle school rule. And they're like, how do you play dodgeball?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know. I had to teach them how to play dodgeball. And I told them I go by middle school rule, which means, obviously, the rules, you don't hit the face. You don't hit the face. You only hit the body, the arms and the legs. You don't hit what I told the kids, your no-no square. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if any kid get hurt, I have to stop the game automatically and see if they're okay. You know what I mean?
Yep.
To see if they're okay. Now, at this Boys and Girls Club, sometimes parents are, which is rare, some parents, like, they'll stay a couple of minutes to watch their kids play and then they'll leave. That's fine. I mean, we have parents that will come and ask us questions all the time. About how we run things. But anyways, right? So this dad, I remember his freaking face. Not his face. This dad had like a hat. And I'm talking about like a French artist, like stereotypical French artist hat. Yeah, He had that, and he had like a beard. Kind of like a well taken care of beard. So this gentleman was pretty easy to recognize. Well, he was watching his son playing dodgeball. I guess he was texting. I don't know what the heck he was doing. He was on his phone. But he told me, hey, I'm just going to stay for 5 minutes and then I'm going to leave. And we're like, oh, I said, okay, sir. Well, you're welcome. Like, I told him, okay, sir, it's fine. So his son gets hit on his face and I stopped the game. I stopped the game. He was crying, obviously, because he was a little kid.
Yeah.
And he went to his dad. His dad goes, you're fine. And then the son goes back in play, and the dad leaves, right?
Mm-hmm.
The dad leaves. He comes back, pick up his son. End of story. The next day, we get a phone call. We get a phone call from this kid's mom saying that his son got a big bruise on his face for playing dodgeball. Right?
Yeah.
And I was like, ma'am, I had to talk to her on the phone. I go, ma'am, I coached the dodgeball game. Your son did get hit, but the balls that we use here are foam. They're not, the actual rubber balls that normal dodgeball game use.
Yeah.
I told her, did your son get hit? Yes. Did he get a mark? No. But she got mad the moment I told her, well, the thing was, his dad stayed for like extra 5 minutes before he took off, and when your son got hurt, he went straight to his dad. Now, when you talk to these parents, you can't say husband, because then they're gonna, some people
get the wrong dad.
Yeah, exactly. You can't do that with these parents, because that has happened. You say husband, they start throwing a fit, going, "Oh no, we're not married," so we have to say either the kid's dad or the kid's parent. So she goes, "Wait a minute, his dad was there?" I was like, "Oh yeah, his dad was there for 5 minutes." I recognize him. He I said the description I told you, French hat, beard. And she seemed upset. She goes, oh, okay, thank you for your time.
What can you do?
I know, what can you do? But I've dealt with parents, and they would complain for every little thing. But I didn't work there for too long. I only worked there for, maybe a year before I worked at this job.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But it's kind of fun working at a Boys and Girls Club, because you get to meet a lot of kids. You get to meet a lot of kids, a lot of parents. And then, what was it? Remember for Christmas when you got me a Deadpool lanyard?
Yeah.
That was the one I used, and they're like, oh my gosh, you like Deadpool. But I said, I'm not familiar with Deadpool. How I had the lanyard and so it kind of but mainly I was a freaking coach, because they want to play the games, but nobody else knows how to play the freaking rules. I was like, ah, these kids. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And like, you know, we had other duties like make sure the hand sanitizers are filled and make sure the restrooms are clean. And like the teenagers that were working would always complain, well, I don't want to clean the restroom.
Mm-hmm.
And I tell them all the same thing. And I told them the restrooms here are not bad. Try working at a coffee shop where homeless people will go to the restroom, do their business, or even take a shower in the freaking sink. All right? I've cleaned dirty toilets before. You know, I've cleaned vomit. I cleaned poop. I cleaned everything. So the restrooms here aren't even freaking bad because surprisingly the kids know how to clean up after themselves.
Yeah.
You know, so I tell them the restrooms here aren't as bad. And the moment I tell them about me working at a coffee shop and what I dealt with in the bathroom, they immediately like go, okay, you're right. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Speaking of which, you want to know what's the weirdest thing I ever found in the coffee shop bathroom?
Like
No, you want to take a guess what's the weirdest thing I ever found?
what?
Not a dildo, but the weirdest thing I've ever found.
Somebody's 24 blunt?
No.
Oh.
The weirdest thing I've ever found in the bathroom at a coffee shop downtown with a bunch of homeless people is
What?
half a pizza still warm.
That's disturbing.
I know, it was out of nowhere because I remember working and like there's this girl, I forgot what her name was, but she wore makeup that had interesting names to it. Yeah, like she had makeup with interesting name. Like she had a red lipstick that was called Bloody Red, and then she wore a blue that was called Drop Dead Blue. Pretty interesting colors. Yeah, she was like, hey guys, check this out. And I went to the restroom and she was like, look, it's a half-eaten pizza still warm.
Like, dear God.
I was like, wow. It was like a medium-sized pizza, not a large. It was a medium-sized pizza, and we're like, huh. That's the weirdest thing I ever seen in the restroom. Just a pizza. Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me. Krusty Krab pizza is the pizza for you and me.
Yeah, so when are we gonna get the...
Krab. Sorry, go ahead.
So when are we gonna get the next Hell of a Boss episode?
Ooh, apparently I heard it's soon. I said soon, I'm not gonna say, oh, we're gonna get it next week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't like putting a time on these things, especially when I'm just guessing. But
Yeah.
I heard is soon. Soon as in, I don't know, stop asking me soon.
Yeah. But also there's something brewing with Amazing Digital Circus.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I saw the image of Pomni.
You
Like,
know,
what's brewing?
I'm not gonna lie, I do like her room. I like her room. You know, it fits her color. One of the things I've seen on Twitter is like somebody drew Pomni asleep and then Jack's just popping out of nowhere going, how's your sleep? And she gets all scared that she falls.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like how there's a lot of quote unquote interesting artworks of Jack.
Oh boy.
I haven't seen him on my Twitter. I'm a simp. I'm not happy I'm a simp.
Like, yeah. And of course, everybody's asking, where is Murder Drones at this point? We're almost getting close to spring.
Well, things take time, like I told everybody else, because they're like, where is it? I want it. And I go, hold up, guys. You can't rush art. You know? Take your time. And what was that video that you showed me? The one that the robot reminded you of Uzi?
Oh!
Was that from a movie?
Some YouTube series from a while back.
Man, I remember when YouTube had series back in the day. Like, wasn't Cobra Kai on YouTube first?
I think so.
Yeah, Cobra Kai was on YouTube, and I remember I got Dad into Cobra Kai because we both originally wanted to check it out, but I never got to it. But Dad did. Dad liked Cobra Kai. He liked it so much that was it his Xbox or your Xbox that he bought the game?
It was either Xbox.
Yeah, cause because my dad found out there was a Cobra Kai game and he bought it and he played it. We just left him alone. I mean, yeah. Well, I don't know if y'all guys don't remember this, but for Father's Day, my brother Skull over here and Dad did a gameplay of, what was the name of that video game?
A Smash TV.
I mean, I remember being in the room, like checking you guys out. Yeah, my dad does play games, but he's more. He doesn't play a lot of modern games. He's more old-fashioned. Like if I asked him to play Evil Dead game, he will play it, and he will play it, but he'll let us record him too. Like, hey, let's check this game out. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
The only, what was it? Dad also played more fighting games, like Mortal Kombat. One of the games that we played, and people are gonna get mad at me when I say this, was Injustice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Injustice game. I find it funny because his main was Batman and my main was Nightwing. I would say Robin was Nightwing, and we'd always went toe to toe. Isn't that interesting?
Yep.
We always went toe to toe.
Try this drifting again, and also there's a dragon. I noticed that.
Dragon, block the dragon, Dragon Ball Z. Oh my gosh, I miss that announcer. On the next episode of Dragon Ball Z. My voice box hurts.
Yeah, so I wonder what everybody's gonna do until this next has been Hotel Season 2.
Well, they say we don't have to wait for long since we did wait about 4 years for Season 1. I'm not gonna lie, I keep rewatching it. I already rewatched this season like 10 times. I have all the episodes pre-downloaded on my phone. So when I'm at work and I'm putting stickers on bags, because in the area where I'm at, there's no camera, so I would play has-been while I'm putting stickers on bags, and nobody just wouldn't care because there's no cameras up there. Heck, that's nothing. I found out that the other ladies, and I'm talking about like the managers, they have a tablet and they found out how to connect it to the work's Wi-Fi, and they'll just watch movies. They're watching Scream.
Oh boy.
Oh gosh, speaking of Scream, I found out before I started recording with Jacob, Novice, and Kai that apparently, I can't do it right now, but apparently I know how to do a great Scream impression when he's on the phone. Which is funny though, because I always complain to my roommate, how is it that other VTubers could do really good impressions, but I can't do an impression? I'm like, I can't do an impression, and I complain about it for years and years, you know? Like, I mean, I complain about doing an impression, you know, because, you know, other VTubers, they do, like, Wabafat, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
They do all the Pokemon sounds, and I'm like, I can't do a voice impression. And then one day, I was fucking around the microphone, and there's this voice that I've been working on for, like, a while. And I did the voice in front of Jacob and Novice. And Jacob and Novice, they weren't freaked out. They were kind of surprised. And they're like, hey, you sound like Scream when he's on the phone. I go, wow, the one voice impression I could do, I sound like Scream, which does fit my...
His name is Ghostface.
Yeah, Ghostface. Like, see, I'm not that familiar. You know, because I've seen some of the movies. But I don't know what it is. I mean, I like slashers, but...
Oh, okay.
I can't say I don't like Scream. He just doesn't suit my interest. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah, because our niece loves Scream, and I don't want to... Or Ghostface. You know, our niece loves Ghostface, and I don't want to say, oh, I don't like it, because then it's going to make her feel bad. And we talked about this earlier, how I'm super nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You know... I'm just happy that she likes something that fits in me and Dad's categories, you know. I like Chucky, he likes Evil Dead slashers, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Slashers, it's in our categories.
It's funny because the other day I was trying to figure out, wait a minute, what type of killer is Naughty Bear, by the way?
A slasher, obviously.
Slasher, yes, but what, again, what type of?
Well, keep in mind, when it goes to horror movies, there are different kinds. Obviously, there's my favorite slasher, which is, butchering, killing, not just using a knife. Because remember, if you pay attention to Evil Dead and Chucky, they use more than just a knife. And I'm going to say Evil Dead, Ash is an example. Remember, Ash used different kinds of weapons to kill. Now, with Chucky, now I'm going to talk about the movies. I'm not talking about Chucky himself. The movies, because if you pay attention, remember, besides a knife, Chucky's also used a gun. Chucky also scared somebody to death.
On accident the first time, and then the other time he started to brag about it.
Yeah, he used rat poison, and I'm gonna go ahead and add the TV show in here. He used a chainsaw, you know what I mean? He used syringe needles, he used a lot of stuff.
Yep.
Glass. So slasher is just, killing. Doesn't have to necessarily just be, like I said, a knife. So that's why I say Naughty Bear will be more of a slasher killer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah, he's a slasher. My favorite.
Mm-hmm.
My favorite.
I know, we should... I mainly got most of the 2 games nearly ready. I'm just trying to get my hands on the rest of the DLC for it.
I shall get the motion sickness pills. I went to the carnival at the rodeo. I should have just brought my motion sickness pills because sister was like, ride all the rides. And I told her, okay, here's my limit. I cannot do spinning around rides, okay? If you do, I will throw up. Do you know what me and roommate ate at the carnival?
What?
Or at the carnival at the rodeo? We ate a hot dog that's called the hog dog, which is basically a hot dog, but instead of a hot dog wiener, it was a thick-ass sausage wiener, no pun intended, with shredded pork, bacon, and barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce.
It was delicious. But I kind of felt fat because my roommate, he didn't finish all of it. He ate more than half, and I'm over here being a fat ass. I ate the whole hot dog. And I was eating some of our other brother's leftover French fries. I still got ice cream.
Yeah, I was eating a turkey leg ice cream. Then later on, I ate fried Oreos.
How was the turkey leg?
Good.
How was the fried Oreos?
Very good.
Because we had the fried Oreos one time, but what they did was that they put too much batter. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So they put too much batter, so it wasn't all that good. You know what I mean?
Yeah, at least the strawberry and lemonade drink was better this year.
Yes, because last year the lemonade was super, super watered down.
Yep.
I got to pet a deer. I was happy. I got to pet a deer. They're all after me. And I was like, no. I kind of felt, that meme where that guy's running and Charlie's chasing after him?
Yeah.
That's how I felt. But instead, it was the 3 deers. And I was like, no, you're not Alistair. But they're cute, though. I got to pet them. A pig sneezed on my hand. And sniff, 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 hit chew. Got to pet a goat, an alpaca. I got to pet a baby chickie. It was pretty fun, though. It was pretty fun petting all the animals. And I'm glad my roommate was there to check it out. Ooh. I got myself a Donkey Kong Pez dispenser. I know, right? Because our little brother, he can't eat candy for a while, and he kind of felt bad because there was a whole bunch of candy, and he couldn't eat any of it. I told him, man, I'll get you something. What do you want? He wanted a Knuckles Pez dispenser. I go, okay, I guess I'm getting brother Knuckles Pez dispenser. And I saw Donkey Kong, and I was like, ooh, Donkey Kong.
Yeah, Seth Rogen.
DK, Donkey Kong. I was actually listening to the DK rap this morning. Donkey Kong is here.
Yeah, for some odd reason, a lot of people wants to go back to the old 80s cartoons. Why? Nobody knows.
Well, there's actually a reason why for that. Like a couple of years ago, when Hulu decided to add the original Hey Arnold on Hulu, that a lot of kids started wearing the Hey Arnold merchandise, and believe it or not, there was a one kid that actually, what was the name of Arnold's best friend?
I don't know.
Harold. Was it Harold?
I think so. It's been a while.
I'm gonna Google this. Google, help me out.
Because I don't know why a lot of people are going back to this Captain N.
Characters and names. Gerald! His name was Gerald.
Oh, okay.
I don't know why I said Harold. Gerald. That I saw a kid that actually had his hairstyle, and I was like, man, I haven't seen that since the 90s. You know what I mean?
Yep.
That a lot of them started, you know, dressing 90s too, and it was actually pretty cool to me.
And of course, the Mohawk making a comeback.
That's
hairstyle.
the mullet.
No, Mohawk.
Well, I remember at the rodeo last year, a lot of kids had the mullet, and I was like, doesn't that bring back memories for you, brother?
Yep.
Yeah, you and Dad had mullets back in the day.
If only you could find someone that could do...
I did miss... You want to know what I do miss about it, though? I do miss the carpet patterns when you go to the arcade. I miss arcades.
Oh, yeah.
Back then, you know? I do miss arcades back then. That was pretty cool. I mean, you don't see arcades anymore.
Except for Dave & Buster's.
Yeah.
Which I do want to go on my birthday.
Oh, Dave & Buster's.
Because I got 300-something tickets, enough for at least 2 free platters.
Platters.
Yeah, food.
Food. Now I'm getting hungry again, but I gotta go to bed. I has work tomorrow's.
Shit.
Wow, you got stuck.
Yep. After this race, I guess we'll call it because...
Yeah, it's already getting late where we are at. We do record at night, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah, we record at night. Don't mind at night. You're like, no, don't bring that back.
Every time they play a certain song, I do think of that.
Right?
Yeah?
Like the song, what is it called, by Usher? But for some reason, all I think is the Minecraft version of it. Well, it's because our little brother liked the Minecraft, so he would jam out to the Minecraft music. Now, back in the day, there wasn't no YouTube for kids, so what I would do, and I did this for my little brother, not school, but our other brother. What I would do is, I would make a playlist for my little brother, custom playlist. My little brother, nothing but, you know, Minecraft music videos, because he liked Minecraft. You know, we had Don't Mind at Night, Creeper, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
All the popular songs. That's what I did for him and my niece. You know, my niece was into Steven Universe, so I would customize a playlist for her of Steven Universe music videos before YouTube Kids was a thing, you know?
Yep.
But it's funny, though, because now I actually still have a very old playlist for my birthday party years ago.
Oh.
What was it? We had Attack on Titan, AMV. We had Soul Eater.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I still have those. That playlist is so old, and I still have it.
Mm-hmm.
Alrighty then, brother.
And yeah, we're gonna call this because my hand's already from all this racing.
Driving?
And yep.
Hey, you got some achievements. That's good.
And of course, a few diamonds along the way.
The diamond and the rough.
Well, I guess we'll call this. Have a great day. Good night. Bye.
Bye.